We're back live at Assembly Hall as we get ready to prepare for the Class AA Basketball Championship. Thornton against the defending champions of Peoria Manual, and two gentlemen that can certainly give us some insight on both programs. Longtime sports writers in the respective areas. From the Chicago Sun-Times, Taylor Bell, who certainly knows a good tailor when he goes to one. That can be seen very clearly here. And of course, Bob Levitt of the Peoria Journal-Star. First off, about this Thornton team, we've seen them get over some very close victories. How well do you feel they match up against the Rams, Taylor?
Well, I think they match up very well. They've got size, they've got great athleticism, as Peoria does. You got two coaches who are both 38 years old. They've got great athletes. Ty Streets is without a doubt the best athlete in the state of Illinois. I think in all respects we should see a very fast-paced basketball game if everybody's legs are fresh, and that's the one thing that I like about what Rocky Hill has done throughout this tournament, is that he has utilized his 7 or 8 players very well, keeping fresh legs, especially on the young big kids, Melvin Eli in particular.
Bob, what about the Rams? Can they also keep up, just even with all that athleticism they bring to the table?
Well, they had a little rest and a little easier probably quarterfinal game, but this afternoon was two of the most physically and mentally devastating games I've ever seen, and it's really a shame to figure that maybe stamina and endurance is going to win this. I'm particularly interested in watching the two sophomores each team has inside, because on the boards is usually where this game is won or lost.
Guys, thanks very much for adding some insight to this. Taylor Bell, the Chicago Sun-Times, and Bob Levitt of the Peoria Journal-Star. Guys, I'll let you go by here because we have a very special guest. You guys remember this guy here. Last year's MVP of the championship game. I'm sure you remember the name and certainly the face of Peoria Manual graduate, now at Barton Junior College in Kansas, Brandon Hughes. Brandon, welcome back to this floor that you had so much fun on last year at this time. When you and I were talking earlier, you had some interesting comments about what makes this team different from the one that won the championship that you starred on for last year. What is it?
Most of the time I had the ball last year because I was the senior and I was the so-called star, so I had the ball most of the time. It was practically a one-man show. I mean, everybody just played their roles. Everybody played defense, and everybody rebounded. But now, you know, they got a well-rounded team, and all of them, I've seen all of them grown in their game. I've seen Sergio grown a lot, and Marcus grown a lot. And, you know, they've helped carry this ball club along with Coleman and Watson.
Interesting, too, how Wayne McLean has also grown a lot, too, and has become a real strong leader as head coach this year, taking the place of the veteran Coach Van Saya.
Yeah, Wayne's did a real good job of picking it up. You know, he's always been like a father to me, and I always knew that, you know, he could come out here and do it. You know, he was always, you know, he was the mastermind behind the mastermind last year, so I always knew he could come out here and do a good job.
Very quickly, we got about 10 seconds here. You're at Barton Junior College. What are your future plans?
I got to go back for one more year, but I'm being recruited by just about everybody there is. And I'm going to try to move back closer to home. Who knows, I might be playing here again.
All right, glad to see you again, Brandon. Congratulations on your great success at Barton Junior College. He's averaging over 22 points a year already. We will be back now to preview the championship game when we return to America's Original March Madness here at Assembly Hall after these local messages. Sometimes March Madness can bring on March Sadness.
And they're out of contact. They can't get it to him. They get it to Wayne instead. He drives. He hits. He hits. 2 seconds left. 1.2 seconds left. It's Batunzi. Over to Jones. Great pass. Batunzi.
Back live at Assembly Hall, the game that everybody's been waiting for, the Class AA Basketball Championship that will pit the Wildcats of Thornton High School from South Suburban Harvey near Chicago against the defending champion Manual Rams of Peoria, coming in with a record of 31-2 against the Wildcats 30-1. And hello again, everyone. Joe Passion back with you. Everyone here is jacked up. A big crowd on hand in the house at Assembly Hall as they get ready for this championship game. Let's check our map, where the schools are from. First off, the visitors. From south suburban Harvey, just south of the city of Chicago, is where Thornton High School, home of Lou Boudreau, is, and many other great athletes and a great tradition there. Now, certainly for Peoria Manual, they too bring a great tradition here and a lot of fans less than 90 miles away from Champaign. And if you've never been down the streets of either, well, you can do that certainly. The Main Street videos of country companies can show you how to get along Harvey and Peoria, Illinois. Many beautiful, picturesque homes. And Ingalls Memorial Hospital, located on a street named after a Thornton grad, comedian Tom Dreesen. Thornton's most famous grad is Baseball Hall of Famer Lou Boudreau. This room in his honor houses hundreds of awards won by a school rich in IHSA athletic history. The central Illinois town of Peoria is in love with their Rams as enthusiasm runs wild for a second consecutive state title. This Illinois River town is home to the Class A baseball Chiefs, the University of Illinois Medical Center, the Peoria Civic Center, and Caterpillar Industries. Peoria comes to Champaign with aspirations of being the second team in the 90s to win back-to-back state titles since Proviso East did it in 1991 and 92. The road to this championship game for both teams was a very emotional roller coaster one with very close victories as well as some easy ones. Manual just getting by Joliet, a game that could have gone either way in the end, and Thornton just edging out Rock Island by one, also in a game in the semis that could have gone either way. Thornton, of course, beating Farragut on Friday night in an emotional battle as well. And we will be back to further preview these two teams, the Wildcats of Thornton against the Rams of Peoria Manual. We will be back after this word from one of our network sponsors, Ford. Fifth-ranked Thornton, the Wildcats ranked fifth, coming in against the second-ranked Manual Rams who are defending their title. To take you inside both teams, let's send you over to center court and our play-by-play announcer, Dan Roan.
Okay, Joe Passion, thank you very much. And again, welcome to Champaign, the Assembly Hall, the site for the championship game for the boys AA high school basketball tournament. And what a game we have tonight. A couple of teams with sparkling records. Peoria at 31-2 and Thornton riding a 28-game winning streak coming into the game tonight. Kenny McGreynolds with me as always. And Kenny, a lot of athleticism on both these teams, but the player we've talked about in that regard more than anybody else will be playing for Thornton tonight, and his name is Ty Streets.
Well, Ty Streets may be the best athlete in the state of Illinois. You see earlier today, 14.6 rebounds, 3 assists. What a performance he had last night against Chicago Farragut. Here's the dunk against Farragut that really ignited the Wildcats. The slam dunk, you can see he's the long jump champion. He really gets great extension on his jumps. He is by far the best athlete in the state of Illinois, and that's saying a lot because Thornton is full of athletes.
They really are, and of course, Ty Streets had a big role in the semifinal victory over Rock Island earlier this afternoon. Well, what a season for the first-year coach, Rocky Hill. He's one game away from a state championship in his first try at it. And earlier tonight, Joe Passion talked with the Thornton coach.
Angels played such a good tournament. They are so complete. How will you try and key against just one individual or try and continue to play that defensive press that's worked for you all year?
Well, we're not going to key on one individual. They have a lot of weapons that can hurt you. They're a very balanced club. We're just going to play our regular half-court defense. I'll alternate between man-to-man and 1-3-1. And we're going to play to our strengths. We're not going to worry about what they do. We're going to try to take care of what we do best.
Which is a pretty good idea in a state championship game with a team you haven't really played before. Go ahead and do what you do best and worry about your game and see what happens. Now on the other side, you've got a tournament-tested ball club in Peoria Manual. You heard from Brandon Hughes, last year's star in Manual, a couple of minutes ago, but this is a very well-rounded basketball team, Kenny, and led by the coach's son, another coach in his first year. We'll talk more about him in a minute, but Sergio McLean. This kid had 4 3-point shots all season long. He makes 4 this afternoon.
afternoon in the semifinals.
Unbelievable performance today. 14 points, 2 blocks, but he had 4 3-point field goals today against Joliet. Here he is at the top of the key, falling down, nothing but net. What a performance by the sophomore. He's only a sophomore. He picked a great time to have the best game of his career.
You'll never see a more mature sophomore than this kid. 6'3", 210. He looks like a sophomore in college, and he really runs the show out there. His father is Wayne McLean. He's the head coach of the Rams. Took over for the legendary Dick Van Sciach this year, and it's been a Cinderella run for him in his first season. He, too, talked to Joe Passion earlier tonight.
Coach, how much of the emotional momentum from last year's title do you bring into this game? How can it really make a difference here tonight?
Well, I think, experience is always a good weapon. Our kids have been in this game before. We played a close game last year, and they did a very good job in that game. So hopefully that experience will be a factor for us tonight.
So we're set for the championship game in Class AA. It's the Rams of Manual, the Wildcats of Harvey Thornton. And we're back with the starting lineups and the opening tip after these local messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineups for tonight's state championship game, featuring the Wildcats of Thornton Township High School of Harvey, entering this game with a record of 30-1, and the Rams of Peoria Manual coming into this game with a record of 31-2. At forward for Thornton, the 6'5" senior, number 42, James Johnson. At forward for Manual, a 6'3" sophomore, number 40, Sergio McLean. At the other forward for the Wildcats, a 6'4" senior, 34, Ty Streets. And at the other forward for the Rams, a 6'3" senior, 54, Daryl Ivory. At center for Harvey Thornton, a 6'8" sophomore, number 33, Melvin Eli. And at center for Manual, a 6'6" sophomore, number 52, Marcus Griffin. At one guard for Thornton, a 6'4" sophomore, number 44, Eric Herring. And at guard for Manual, a 6' senior, number 12, Ivan Watson. At the other guard for Thornton, a 6' senior, number 10, Chauncey Jones. And at the other guard for Manual, a 6'1" senior, 44, Willie Coleman. Introducing the head coaches from Thornton in his first season, Rocky Hill. And for Manual in his first season, Wayne McLean. Your officials for this state championship game.
Wayne McLean and Rocky Hill shake hands, and we're just about ready to go. Again, the starting lineup: Streets, Johnson, Eli, Jones, and Herring on the Thornton side. And for defending state champion Peoria Manual, McLean, Ivory, Griffin, Watson, and Coleman. The American Airlines team comparisons brought to you by American Eagle and American Airlines Cargo. When you need your package delivered today, not tomorrow. Team comparisons, Kenny, according to our panel of experts, favor the Thornton side, which kind of surprises me.
Me too.
Manual has that tournament experience. They played very well so far here in Champaign. They've had a great season, and I would think they'd be a slight favorite in this game.
Well, they may have the comparisons going one way, but that's why they play the basketball game.
It doesn't matter what we say, right?
Yeah, everybody thought Farragut would be here. They're at home watching, so that's why you played the game.
6 seniors, 4 sophomores on the floor to begin the state championship game here tonight in Champaign.
And this is the first time, Dan, that 2 rookie coaches have met in the state title game.
One of them is going to win a championship. The ball in the air, the tip controlled by Manual. Ivan Watson, keep an eye on him. He is really slick out on the point for the Rams. The freshman McLean made 4 threes in the semifinal win this afternoon. Willie Coleman leads them in scoring. Daryl Ivory, a senior, number 54. Here's McLean again. Manual patiently works it. Coleman penetrates. And Ty Street's out of there with it for Thornton. Another of the sophomores, Eric Herring, number 44. Eli, a sophomore, inside of the senior street. Winds his way inside. Good dish. James Johnson, first basket of the night.
Beautiful dish by the All-American football player, Ty Streets.
McLean let it go.
Well, he was hot this afternoon, so I'm not surprised if he would put it up again tonight.
Watson way off with his three, and down the floor all by himself is Eli.
He has to be strong, Dan. Good move by Eli. Good body control. He let Watson run right by him, gathered the basketball, and slammed it down.
Eli seems to be gaining confidence, Kenny, with each game we see down here, and that's not surprising. The job that he did in part on Kevin Garnett in the quarterfinals on Friday.
And once he puts some weight on, he'll really be tough. But that foul will go against Eli.
McLean strong up. He'll get 2 free throws. Harvey Thornton, number 5 in the final regular season AP poll. 2-time state champion, and again, the first time 2 rookie coaches have met in a championship game. Manuel was ranked 2nd, beat Farragut in the regular season. Last team to repeat was Proviso East with the 3 Amigos back in 91 and 92. And Ron Nikovich, the last first-year coach to win a state championship.
And I saw Coach Nikovich here earlier today.
Made a strong run at it last year.
Substitution for Thornton, number 50, Richard King replaces Melvin Eli.
So Richard King comes in for Melvin Eli, quick substitution. And Eli is being worked on by the trainer behind the Thornton bench. He's still looking at his mouth. Remember he got hit yesterday?
Yeah, he took an elbow yesterday, and
well, now it's his eye.
He lost the contact in there. Looks like he did. Half-court trap, no problem this time for Thornton. Although Herring bounced it off his leg. King has it now. King rises up. Rebound Manuel.
They love to run if they can get it.
Willie Coleman. Yes, sir.
Well, we know Willie Coleman, when he's on, he's very dangerous. He's one of the best players in the state. Boy, look at Streets just beat that pressure, but he loses control of the basketball.
Yes, he did. And the freshman, or the sophomore Griffin came up with it. Coleman down on the baseline. Ivory, his shot a little too strong. Batted up and rebounded by Ty Streets, who always seems to be near the basketball.
Wherever the ball is, you'll always find Ty Streets. As Jones with the popper.
Bodies flying to the backboard, and the foul goes against Thornton.
Let's see who they called that on. Here it is again. Now you'll be able to hear Ty Streets with the foul over the back. You can hear the slap and the contact. Streets come down on the back of Sergio McLean.
Ty was in there all by himself against 4 Rams, and he's the one that picks up the foul. 5-4, Peoria Manuel on top early. Three more. Right through, and Willie Coleman on fire early.
Well, he did not have a good game this afternoon, boy, but he's really making up for it early tonight.
And a reach-in foul called on Willie Coleman as he tried to knock the ball away from Eric Herring.
That's one thing about All-Staters, Dan. You know they can play.
And Maziarka and Connie Peter, the officials for the state championship game tonight. 2 of the very best in Illinois. Manuel extending the press a little bit further down the floor this time, but Thornton patiently brings it over the timeline and sets the offense. Chauncey Jones quick, rises up, and a shove that one up there, no good. The rebound to Manuel. Coleman on the run, nice look, and out of bounds, but a foul is called. The ball last touched
by
Darryl Ivory, but he was fouled on the reach-in, and he'll probably get a couple of free throws here.
Boy, Peoria Manuel really picks up a break because Ivory lost that ball off of his leg. Let's see if he can pick it up now. Here's Coleman, who'll give the ball to Ivory on the fast break. He'll lose it off of him, but the official said he was fouled on his way up.
Sergio McLean and Ivan Watson are out. Number 54, Daryl Ivory is at the free throw line.
Daryl Ivory, a 56% free throw shooter this year, gets 2.
Free throws are so important in this championship game.
He splits them. And as that one goes in, we'll take a timeout. 4:43 for the opening quarter. 9-4 Manual on top. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies. Back in Champaign, midway through the first period, are heading that direction. It's 9-4, Manual leading Thornton. Wildcats have the basketball as we resume play. Number 32, Tim Caldwell, is checked into the Manual lineup, 5'7" junior guard. He's applying pressure down here in the backcourt. Stolen away, and Coleman rises up and got the roll. Willie Coleman with 8 quick points in his first quarter and 11-4 lead for the defending state champs.
Great defense being played by the defending state champions.
Herring drives baseline, had it knocked out by Griffin. Another block by Griffin, but a reach-in foul called on this one.
It's hard to believe that he's only a sophomore, isn't it? Great timing. Unbelievable skill for a guy that's just a sophomore. Watch the nice block. Blocks it off the backboard, then comes back to block another one. But he's called for the foul.
Watson return to the Manual lineup.
Subs in for the Rams. It's McLean back in, Watson back in.
Number 10, Chauncey Jones is at the line for Thornton. 2 shots.
Another new player for the Manual side is number 34, Willie Simmons. Right now, let's take a moment for station identification on the IHSA television network. Four minutes left in the opening quarter from Champaign. It's 11-6. Manual leading Thornton. Ivan Watson crossover and a pull-up. Had to reload that one. Good pressure on defense by Jones. And Streets had it knocked away. Now they scramble for it. Thornton with numbers now. But Herring threw it out of bounds. Last touched by Manual.
Boy, I tell you, now they get a break. Let me take a look at Rocky Hill in his good luck purple suit.
I see you've changed.
Yeah, I got out of my purple. I got out of my purple, went to the black and white.
Very neutral, Ken. Eli. It is like a referee's uniform you have on tonight, which
well, give me a whistle.
Herring rises up. His shot is a little bit short. And look at the sophomore McLean ripping it down for Manual. McLean thought about the three. Now off the dribble.
Traveling
violation. Thornton ball.
Well, sometimes big guys, Dan, get too excited and do things they're not capable of doing, or try to do things they're not capable of doing. McLean really should have gave that one up.
Willie Coleman and Daryl Ivory back into the lineup for the Rams as Wayne McLean shuffles his players in and out. Herring too strong on that one. Loose ball Jones had it knocked out of the air, and Manuel almost had a run out. Now it's Herring back the other way, and a foul on Watson reaching in from behind.
Bodies flying everywhere. You would think these guys would be a little tired after playing such tough ball games earlier today, boy, but just like in the first game, watch this. Everybody's coming out playing extremely hard, as Ivory gets a block there. Now watch everybody just go for the loose ball. Just go for it, and you see that Watson reaches in from behind with the foul.
Well, you know they're tired. I don't think the fatigue will show up in the effort, though. You know, with a game like this, you're going to play as hard as you can possibly play. It may show up in the execution, though.
As the Wildcats turn it over again.
Coleman, good ball fake. Couldn't shake free. Watson off the dribble, up off the board and in.
Well, what a quick step by Watson as he went right around Jones. Nice layup by James Johnson. Beautiful penetration, nice pass. Johnson with the left-handed layup.
Couple of hoops early for James Johnson. Cuts that lead back down to 5. Minute 35 left in the first quarter. Oh, Coleman. Streets way up. Good outlet pass. Dubose on the run. He's going in. And scores.
Put it up with the left hand as Watson tried to shift over to cause a charge. The beautiful move by DuBose going up, switching hands, and avoiding the contact.
18 years old today. Carlton DuBose has his first basket. 13-10 now. Long three. Off the iron by Watson. Thornton controls and a chance to edge even closer now with less than a minute to play.
Thornton controlling the backboards early.
Jones had it slapped away and a foul called on Manuel.
Chauncey Jones doing a great job of penetrating and controlling the tempo for the Wildcats as he splits through 2 defenders and he's fouled from behind by Marcus Griffin.
2 fouls now on Marcus Griffin. He'll head to the bench, replaced by 42 Dwayne Johnson, 6'3" senior. So Griffin will sit down with those 2 fouls, and Chauncey Jones gets a couple of free throws.
He hit a couple of clutch ones last night. Manuel probably will hold now for the last shot in the quarter. They have the lead. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just go to the 4 corners, spread it out, and try to get the last shot. But I'm not sure you want McLean handling the ball here at the top.
Well, he's okay against Eli, I think.
I think you want to get it into the hand of the point guard and let McLean go down and try to get somewhere on the blocks.
Coleman, McLean, under 10 now.
You better get into it.
Coleman looking for some space. Down the lane. Up and short. And that's it for the first quarter. So Manuel unable to cash in on that final possession. Heads to the huddle, leading by 2 after 1 quarter of play here in Champaign. It's Manuel 13, Thornton 11, and we're back after these local messages. Peoria Manuel certainly no stranger to the Assembly Hall. Last year, Brandon Hughes with a couple of killer free throws in the final seconds put the Rams on top against Carbondale in the championship game. They survive a last-second heave by Troy Hudson of the Terriers, and Manuel won the championship in Dick Van Syok's final year. And now in Wayne McLean's first season, they're trying to do it again. There's Coach Van, who of course is down here, and Wayne McLean.
Wayne had a little more hair.
That's what happens when you become a head coach.
I tell you, the head coaching could be tough. Each team shooting fairly decent.
Little zone now for Manuel this time. Jones, open 3 is short.
It tipped off the hand of James Johnson. He tried to tip it up.
I think Wayne's looking pretty good over there.
Oh, he looks great, but I'm just saying he had a little more hair and a little less gray. when he was an assistant.
He played for Coach Van at Manual, then came back and was a long-time assistant coach before getting the head position this last year.
What I really like about Manual, Dan, if they don't have the fast break, they're so good in their half-court sets.
Near steal by Coleman. Thornton looks for the tie here.
Bad pass.
Ivory pulls up, left it short. Out of bounds it goes, and Thornton will have it.
Well, Ivory saw Ty Street standing there and decided to stop and shoot instead of going in for the layup. Now Thornton will have a chance to tie this game up at 13. Peoria now double teaming the basketball, and they get the steal.
Watson, high arching shot not there. Battle for the board. McLean out with it, and he'll pull it back outside. Off the dribble. Good look inside. Up and in. Darryl Ivory.
Beautiful look inside by McLean, spotting Ivory, who was wide open. Now here's the full court press again by the Rams.
Dubose gets it over the timeline. He's double teamed, able to get it to Eli. Chauncey Jones foul. It's Darryl Ivory reaching in.
Well, you can't hand check him.
Manual foul 54, Darryl Ivory, his first.
That's a tough foul, too, because you foul a man, Dan, that far away from the basket. He wasn't even moving towards the basket. You reach in, a little hand foul.
5 team fouls on Peoria now. Eli trying to get some room in there and had it knocked out of bounds from behind.
Well, that first fake was pretty nice by Eli, but it was blocked from behind.
Darryl Ivory got a hand on it, so Thornton to throw it in.
See, the first fake is nice. Now it goes around, but watch from behind. Ivory gets the ball.
Back live, Streets rebounding and foul. And that's 6 team fouls on Manual.
Fouls starting to add up.
So we're going bonus the rest of the way on the Thornton side.
42, Dwayne Johnson, that's his first.
Meantime, Ty Streets gets 2 free throws on this trip. Streets has not scored yet in the game.
Griffin returns to the lineup.
One thing we know about Ty Streets, he can be very quiet, then all of a sudden an offensive explosion could just come. I mean, this guy all of a sudden gets out on a fast break and dunks him and can do so many things. And there's Ty's mom. She really has to be proud of her son.
Splits the free throws. I talked to his dad after the game this afternoon, and he said he really wouldn't have minded trying to play basketball at Michigan. But there really aren't that many hours in the day if he's going to run track and play football, too.
Yeah.
Watson up and in.
Basketball number 12, Ivan Watson.
Knocks away. Ivory up. He's got 2.
Good defense. Coleman with the steal. Knocks it to Ivory.
Turnovers piling up. Jones, good change of direction and 3-on-1. Johnson and a blocking foul call. That's a tough call. The toughest for any official.
It really is, because Johnson was out of control. And now that's going to be 3. They run a fast break so well, the no-look pass. And Griffin now has 3 fouls. As Johnson is out of control as he goes up. So he's out of control. He wasn't even looking at the basket. He's out of control. So Thornton picks up a break. So now the big guy, Marcus Griffin, is asked to sit down. I don't think we'll see Griffin again this quarter with 3 fouls. Boy, if you're Thornton now, when you get the basketball back, I'm sure you go down low. You don't have that big shot blocking threat down low.
Manuel by 6. The trap by Thornton this time.
So they're trying to push Watson back and to make him get into the offensive set far away from the basket.
These guys can really shoot it from the perimeter, so don't be surprised if you see some threes going up against this trap. And there's one right there. Coleman passed on the 3, pulls up for the 2, and he got it.
I'm sure he'll take it.
Willie Coleman in double figures with 10. Eric Herring, a nice piece of ball handling, and inside it goes. A good pass from Johnson to Eli, but he traveled.
Boy, he just did the splits.
Turnover, and Peoria Manual will have it when we come back. 4:22 for the first half. It's 21-13. The Rams on top. One of your network sponsors is All Sports.
Well, Dan, Willie Coleman didn't have a great semifinal today, but he's done a great job today. He had the three-pointer. He passed up on it, took the jump shot on the right side. A nice fake by Coleman, who has had a great start so far. He leads all scorers with 10 points. He struggled this afternoon, but he's doing a great job tonight.
He's helped Manuel out to an 8-point lead. Watson 3 on the way. Big factor in the game so far. Chauncey Jones, who has the ball now, and Ty Streets have no baskets between them. Now Streets looking for one here. And he got the roll. So Ty Streets, first field goal.
Basket 34, Ty Streets.
Let's see if Thornton double teams and try to get that trap to make some offense from their defense.
McLean 3, in and out. Streets rebound.
Well, he made him earlier today.
Ooh, Ty almost traveled. I think he got that foot stopped in time, though. Crowd not so sure.
You know, there are a lot of dead spots on this floor.
Herring shot right in. Eric Herring's first basket. So 21-17, and Thornton right back in it. He's got the official attendance figures for the tournament this weekend. The largest crowds since 1982, 47,726 for the 4 sessions. 13,001 tonight.
And we have a blocking foul on Ty Streets. Here it is again now. See, Streets trying to get over in position. Got there just a little too late. He didn't want to give the baseline to Coleman, but if he played the outside shoulder, then you would force Coleman inside, and then you would have some weak side help on defense. But Ty Streets got there just a little bit too late as Coleman had a clear path down the baseline.
Only 14 fouls on Thornton so far, and a steal.
Look at the speed.
The layup not there, though. Antoine Randall could not finish. Did everything right, but lay it in.
Had the steal, beat everybody down court, just couldn't finish.
Watson penetrates. The leaner not there, and a foul on Watson as he battled for the rebound.
No basket.
Well, I think those are the fouls that coaches won't get too upset about. He's going for the rebound. That's an aggressive foul, not a frustration foul. But look at Antoine Randall. This young man, boy, look how fast he gets down court, Dan. But he does everything right, so the ball just won't fall. Rocky Hill in his good luck purple. I love it when the Thornton fans just start chanting Rocky, Rocky. Maybe they should make a movie by that name.
There's an idea. Been that kind of a season for these guys. Herring free throw almost missed the works. Instead, Manuel gets the rebound. Still 21-17. Low scoring first half here in Champaign.
And that's something I don't think we expected because both teams love to get up and down the court, and they're high-scoring teams.
The two sophomores going at it. McLean shot blocked, and Herring got a hand on it.
A little too much one-on-one, Dan.
Now Thornton back the other way. Leading shot up and in there. Carlton Dubose has a couple of hoops in the first half, and it's a 2-point game.
Did you notice he dribbled all the way down with his right hand, and he shot it, he switched over to his left. Thornton on a 6-0 run.
And the Wildcats playing some good defense now. Manuel's having a tough time finding a good shot.
But that's okay. If you're Manuel, you're almost down to a minute and you have the lead. So you're not in a big hurry if you can't get a good path to the basket to find a good shot. Now they want their fist play. They're going to go down and clear out paths for Coleman to work a little one-on-one.
Coleman to Dubose, and there goes Watson away. It's one-on-one here. Coleman takes it down. Bounce pass inside Watson in heavy traffic and out of bounds to Manuel.
So they cleared out for Coleman to work one-on-one. What I think he should have done, Dan, I think it would have been better bringing that back instead of trying to force that in there.
As well as Joliet Township.
Plenty of time for the Rams. Now here's Thornton putting a lot of pressure on the ball.
35 seconds. Watson holding. Randall L. guarding him.
I think Randall L. should get up a little closer. Don't make it easy for him.
Coleman inside, left it for a teammate. Shot up, no good. The rebound not there either, but a foul is called. And Dwayne Johnson will step up to the free throw line and shoot two with 16 seconds to play.
Nice block, though, by Randall L. Watch the block. The beautiful pass. Randall L. I'm sorry, not Randall L. Eli with the block. But then he gets the body and the foul.
Number 10, Chauncey Jones is in for Thornton.
Chauncey Jones comes back for the Wildcats as Dwayne Johnson gets set to shoot these free throws.
Well, that's an offensive move by Coach Hill. With just 16 seconds left, you want to get your best offensive players in.
Dwayne Johnson has shot 5 free throws all year. Stepped up and knocked those 2 down easy as he could. 12 seconds. And a foul call on Coleman.
Oh, man. Boy, the Peoria coaches are really upset. They did a great job with just 16 seconds to go, putting a lot of pressure in the backcourt, making it very difficult for Thornton to bring that ball up court. Then you bail them out once they get across court with a reach-in foul.
Ivan Watson returns to the manual lineup.
Now Watson comes back in for offense for the final 11.2 seconds for Peoria
One
man.
bonus situation for Thornton. Number 10, Chauncey Jones is at the free throw line. 1-1.
Jones gets the 1-1. He has not scored a field goal yet. Made it 3 free throws in the first half, or first quarter, I should say. Make it 4 now.
Bonus shot.
8 seconds. Watson. Coleman, open 3. Pull it up. In and out. Rebound up and in. Johnson got it at the horn.
Dwayne Johnson.
Boy, Dwayne Johnson providing some offensive punch right at the end of the first half for Peoria Emanuel. And his quick 4 points are the margin here at halftime.
Well, you know what happened? They switched off Coleman. See, nobody's near Coleman, and you can see they said, hey, wait a minute, we switched. They left Coleman alone. He misses the shot. Then no one blocks out Dwayne Johnson. He got it right off. 0.5 on the clock. 2-point lead, 4-point lead. Let's go to Joe Passion.
Coach has seen a lot of close ones like that. This half ends that way. Give us an idea of what you need to overcome here in the second half, and if your team will have the legs to accomplish that after such a difficult weekend.
Well, we're not doing a very good job of ball management. We're turning the ball over like crazy. I mean, we run our press offense, we get some decent shots, but we're turning the ball over right now. The press has us a little flustered. We're not really rebounding as well as we should. There's no way you should have got that basket right there.
All right, Coach, go out there, have a great second half. You look for another competitive half out of the Wildcats of Thornton, who trail here at the break. We're at halftime here at Assembly Hall, America's original March Madness. The Class AA basketball championship game will continue after this word from one of our network sponsors, the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. The defending champion Rams of Peoria Emanuel, a 4-point lead here at the break of our boys Class AA basketball championship game from America's original March Madness here on the floor of Assembly Hall in Champaign. A 4-point lead in the real game. Now, if you've been following us at halftime during the various games throughout the tournaments, you know that we've been playing the ultimate March Madness, a computerized game that is finally drawn to a close. The computerized version of the ultimate March Madness championship game. Kevin Johnson gives us the details.
There was no easy road for either of our Class AA Ultimate Madness final teams. 58 Chicago Marshall and the great George Wilson going against the only other Illinois player to win state, the NCAA and Olympic gold. That's right, Quinn Buckner and his 72 Thornridge Falcons. Both teams had to extend a ton of energy in the semifinals. 58 Marshall beat 66 Thornton by 1, and 72 Thornridge had to rally to oust 53 Lions LaGrange. In the championship game, Thornridge didn't wait to press the Lions guards, and Greg Rose was cleaning up on the other end. Thornridge ran out to a quick 8-0 lead and led by 10 at the end of the quarter. It was pretty much the same story in the second quarter, and Marshall trailed 41-23 at the half. Is there an ultimate comeback for the Commandos? We'll find out when we return from these local messages. The high-scoring George Wilson was held to 8 points in the first half, but after the intermission, Marshall moved him further outside, and it was effective for a while. Wilson ended with 24 points, but Marshall also had to stop Thornridge on the other end, and they couldn't. Greg Rose had a big game with 22 points. Quinn Buckner added a triple-double with 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. The final score was 70-60. Your Ultimate Madness champion, the 1972 Thornridge Falcons. For Ultimate Madness, I'm Kevin Johnson.
Well, certainly, arguably, among many people, and I saw that Thornridge team play, they could indeed be the #1 team of all time. A lot of people have felt that way, and these are some of the people that have been very responsible in creating all this and bringing it to you. It's really been a wonderful series of great games in Class A and in Class AA, and all John Fisk and many others. And the voice you've been hearing all this time is this young man, Kevin Johnson, who worked here as a sportscaster at WCIA TV for many years, along with our Dan Roan here in Champaign, and I understand Dan is still mad over that.
I deny anything Dan's ever said about me. That's all I'm going to say about that. No, Dan and I worked together here for a lot of years. It's great to be back. We covered a lot of great, exciting moments here in Champaign and all across Central Illinois.
This had to be a blast for you, KJ, to do this and to get some of these great games. Just to go back on all that video had to be a lot of fun.
It really was. It was just a gas. It brought back a lot of memories. It took a life of its own. It was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, trying to find the particular shot to match the action that Dave Quinn created, but it was a lot of fun.
Any argument on the finale? Thornridge over Marshall?
Before the thing started, I would have been surprised if Thornridge wasn't the winner.
Did you ever see that game? I mean, you were down here a while?
I was just in 8th grade that year, and I was just beginning to think about playing high school basketball, and that team had a lot of impact on me. Watching them go through the state tournament undefeated and they were a great team, and it really was something to look forward to, a reason to play high school basketball, and I had a blast.
Back in '72, that would have meant Dan Roan had been in Champaign for about 10, 15 years, right?
Easily.
KJ did a great job on this. It was really fun to present on my end.
John Fisk, it was great working with him at ISU, and then Jim O'Boy, had a lot of fun, and I really appreciate the opportunity.
We were too. I think everyone who reviewed this probably a lot of fun. If nothing else, it spurred some more arguments and maybe brought a lot of people back to the great tradition that March Madness is.
Right, it was all for fun. It was all for fun. Let's remember that.
All right, KJ, thank you very much. Kevin Johnson, the voice behind the ultimate March Madness, Thornton 72, the ultimate March Madness champion. Now, when we return here, we'll have some more fun to talk about because certainly at this tournament, we've had the opportunity to see two of the great teams, the teams that we will be seeing here coming up at the half. A halftime lead for Peoria Manual right now by 5. And we will be back with more from Assembly Hall after these local messages.
Peoria Manual leading Thornton 25-21 at halftime, and as part of our halftime activities, you're looking at the third and fourth place trophy presentations. That's the Joliet Ball Club there with their fourth place trophy, and Rock Island taking home the third place hardware back to the Quad Cities. Welcome back to courtside. Dan Roan and Kenny McReynolds, and what was kind of a slow-paced and really anticlimactic first half, I think. These semifinal games took so much out of everybody, including us, I think, that really nobody's gotten into this game yet. We have a big crowd in the house, 13,000 people. Neither team has been able to make a real serious run yet.
Yeah, and you look at the score, it's just 25-21. We thought we would have a high-fly scoring basketball game. That hasn't been the case in the first half, but we have another half of basketball to be played.
And, of course, you can attribute that to good defense, which is always played on both sides by these two teams. These are two of the very best defensive clubs in the state of Illinois. Right now, we'll take a look at some of the highlights in the first half. As we said, not much happening, but there were some plays, and the sophomore Melvin Eli made one of them
Well,
here.
yeah, he gets down on the break. Nice slam dunk for Eli. He's going to be a good basketball player. Here we see McLean with a nice dish over to Daryl Ivory for the layup. Sergio McLean handles the basketball well for a big man. Now we'll see the loose ball battle for. We'll see the man goes up, and a beautiful layup there by Daryl Ivory. Now, Dwayne Johnson beats it at the buzzer. The reason, because no one guards Coleman. They leave him wide open. Coleman with the shot that won't go. But watch Dwayne Johnson with the rebound, and he doesn't bring the ball down. Smart move. He kept it up, just tips it up and in for the 2 for Peoria Manual.
Johnson just beating the buzzer to make it 25-21 at halftime, and the Country Company's halftime stats look like this. Neither team burning it up from the floor. Thornton at 412, Manual at 346. Three-point shooting. Manual's made a couple. They made those early. And Thornton is pitching a shutout from behind the arc so far. Thornton the edge in rebounding, but also with 7 turnovers in the first half. Manual's done a great job taking care of the basketball. They've only turned it over twice, but have not been able to pull away. Really, the only stretch there where they looked like they might be able to get some momentum going there, Kenny, was early in the second quarter when they stole it a couple of times out of that press, that full court trapping press, and made a couple of layups. But Thornton was able to answer back, and you know, they're still close at halftime, and this is certainly anybody's game.
Yeah, it's anybody's basketball game, but Thornton has to do a better job. 7 turnovers, a lot of turnovers against a good Peoria basketball team. They have to do a better job controlling the basketball.
So the trophy presentations are over out on the floor. Both teams expected back momentarily to warm up, and we'll have the second half for you coming up after these local messages.
We're back on the Assembly Hall floor. Wayne McLean as Peoria Manual Rams. A 4-point lead as they go here into the second half. And Coach, tell us a little bit about, you like the 4-point cushion, but I'm sure there are some things you'd like to see improved in the second half. What are they?
Well, you know, we got to get the ball inside a little. You know, we haven't done a real good job of getting it there, and we kind of missed Marcus. You know, we didn't get a whole lot of time with Marcus that first half, and he means a lot to our team, so we'd like to get him in there the second half.
Will the Rams have the legs needed to push through the second half, which is always tough in the championship game of this magnitude on this weekend?
Sure, you know, but thing about that is they played a tough game too, so we're both tired, and we both just got to step up. That shows a lot of character.
All right, Coach, go get him. Have a great second half. Wayne McLean and his Rams, a 4-point lead, 25-21. To pick it up, let's go back to center court to Kenny McReynolds and Dan Roan.
Okay, Joe, thank you very much. And you get a peek at some of the fans who wandered into the building tonight. 13,001, the official attendance for the evening session.
Well, they really do miss Marcus Griffin, and he hasn't scored. So they miss not only his good defense down low, but they also miss his offense. And Ty Streets has just 3 points. I think that Thornton have to get Streets involved a little bit more, Dan. I don't think they could be successful having Ty Streets shoot just 3 shots.
I think you're right there, Kenny. Ty Streets has 1 basket. Chauncey Jones has not scored from the field, although he has 5 free throws in the first half.
Right. Jones is the floor general, but I really think that Ty Streets is the man that makes the Thornton Wildcats go. Now to start the third quarter, Marcus Griffin is back in.
Griffin and Coleman and Ivan Watson, Sergio McLean and Darrell Ivory. That's the 5 for Manuel, and then Ty Streets, Eli, Herring, Johnson, and Chauncey Jones on the floor for Thornton. And here we go, second half underway. Coleman off the dribble, nowhere to go, and that's finally stolen away by Johnson. Johnson going hard to the hoop and missed the shot, got his own rebound though and laid it in.
Well, Dan, how many times during this tournament have I said you never leave your feet unless you're going to shoot it? Don't leave your feet to pass. He had nowhere to go.
Sergio McLean has been silenced this evening too. He has not gotten a field goal for the Rams either after those 4 3-pointers in the semifinals.
Good defense by the Wildcats.
Watson, quick reload, 3 is good. Well, Ivan Watson just caught it and let it go.
Well, when you double team, you look to the weak side and you may find an opening. You see the travel right there. Beautiful 3-pointer by Watson.
Streets turned it over. Manuel will throw it in. Now leading by 5. They look for Watson. Ball fake. And he's fouled. Chauncey Jones will pick it up. Just a little reach in there.
Trying to swipe the ball from behind, you have to be very careful that you don't hit the hand or the arm.
First team foul. Against Thornton this half.
Well, Manuel starts his inbounds play with their 4 players stacked way out beyond the free throw circle.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's loose on the floor. Manuel has lost it. Eli trying to get down the floor, and he is fouled. And this is Griffin, and that's number 4.
That's 4 fouls on Marcus Griffin. Trying to catch Eli from behind.
Wayne Johnson jumps up off Manuel's bench, and Griffin will have to take a chair.
Foul right there.
Well, you just can't do that. If you have 3 fouls, you just can't reach in like that.
And especially from behind. He would have been better letting Eli just go.
Streets looking low. Eli's shot is up and in. Melvin Eli gets his 2nd basket of the night. Coleman missed. Streets another rebound. Thornton trying to move, and the ball out of bounds. Thornton will keep it. Boy, Coleman and Streets going at it hard right in front of us.
Great defense being played, though, by that man of your screen, Ty Streets. It's a great matchup when he gets on Coleman.
Streets flashes inside. Good pass, Johnson. Up, can't get the shot, though. And Manuel comes out with it. Peoria quick to the basketball, Kenny, down there on the block, and they contest every shot that goes up.
They really do. McLean fakes the 3. Oh, nice pass.
Shot blown out of there by Eli.
Those long arms by Eli, but they turn it over again.
Watson takes it away from behind. This is McLean. They skip it to Coleman. No quick shots this time, though. Well, Watson had the three, had a couple of chances at it. Coleman takes the baseline, got it up somehow.
How did he get that off?
I don't know how he even got that close with it.
Boy, he had nowhere to go, but somewhere he got to the baseline.
Herring pulls up. Eli traveled. Trying to keep his feet. Wound up with a turnover, and
nobody
Manuel has it.
Nobody came to beat the ball. You see everybody standing still. No purple shirts around. He tried to throw it off the leg, but it just didn't happen.
Coleman out, Caldwell in for Peoria Manuel.
$11 turnovers for Thornton. 4 in the third quarter.
Well, just not much happening on offense on either end in this half particularly. Even a slower pace than we saw in the first half. Jones, leaner, free throw line shot. Can't get the bounce. Rebound Eli. His shot is in. And Melvin Eli with 2 field goals here in the third. It's 28-27. And Thornton knocking on the door.
Well, Thornton may need more of Melvin Eli. Exactly what he's doing, taking advantage of Marcus Griffin being on the bench.
Caldwell picked it up out front. Now Watson. McClain thought about it. Glides in. Too hard. Saved in. The Rams control it.
Now the Rams doing a smart thing, pulling it back out to Watson to try to set up a play. And again, Dan, nobody's on the man with the basketball. Boy, you have to stay on the man with the basketball. Now, see, here's Watson, Dan, and there's the screen. Somebody had to get through that pick. You see Chauncey Jones not getting up on Watson, giving him an easy path to the basket. If he can't get through that screen, then somebody has to switch.
Timeout on the floor. One of your network sponsors is Ford.
Sergio McClain had a great semifinal today. Now watch McClain. Goes in, splits the defense, misses the shot, but gets his own rebound, tries to save it. Good hustle. He saves it back to the top of the key.
It's almost a moral victory in this third quarter for the Rams just to get a shot up on the glass.
Yeah,
forget about making one.
They haven't done a lot in the third quarter.
Ivory pulls up. He's got one.
And as soon as we say that, Ivory comes away with the 2. With that defensive pressure for the Rams. Now, here's the numbers for the Wildcats. 3-on-1.
Randall L. got it to Johnson. Now back inside. Eli now stolen. Johnson out of there with it for Manuel.
Too many passes, Dan.
Yeah, put that thing on the glass. Watson, dribble drive. Score. Boy, nice move. Ivan Watson.
I thought Eli would get that.
Watson has 9 points. Eli, Randall L. Should have shot that one again. Had a 5-footer and wouldn't put it up.
Why didn't you shoot that? Then he goes in the air, tries to pass it. You have to shoot the ball when you leave your feet.
Chauncey Jones right back in there for Antoine Randall L.
Boy, you're getting caught in no man's land up in the air. If you're going to leave your feet, just shoot the basketball.
Coleman in for Watson on the Peoria side, and Thornton set to throw it in. Eli was ready to shoot. He was fouled instead, and I think Ivory picks that one up.
Eli was ready to shoot it, and they will give that to Sergio McClain.
And foul number 40, Sergio McClain.
McClain ran in from out of bounds and got just a little bit of yard.
And Eli gets his third hoop in the period. Thornton's got a game plan now, Kenny. He's just jamming down to the big guy.
Down to the big guy with Marcus Griffith out. Makes sense to me.
Caldwell's pass a little short, knocked back into the backcourt. Caldwell runs it down, and now McClain. Coleman penetrates, got it up on the board, but couldn't score. Every basket is a struggle in this game, and a foul called on Melvin Eli trying to guard McClain in the paint.
That was a pretty good battle by McClain and Eli, both battling for position. And it goes on Eli. Here it is from down low now. Watch McClain and Eli. Boy, McClain had them sealed off. He comes back around, and they get tangled up, and the official calls the foul. Boy, McClain had a great job. He did a great job of sealing him off as we look at Marcus Griffin on the bench, and Eli gets the steal.
Eli got his hands on another one. Ty Streets trying to tip it back to Johnson. Now Herring has it slapped out of his hands, and Manuel back the other way in a hurry.
Good defense by Dwayne Johnson.
McClain lost it. Out of bounds to Thornton.
McClain has to give that up. He has to give that up. You know, he's not a point guard, and a technical foul on the coach. He's upset because that was not called a foul, and Rocky Hill gets the technical foul.
Technical foul on the Thornton bench.
He was very upset on the other end. He thought that was a foul when the Wildcats lost the ball.
Manuel will shoot 2 free throws and then have possession.
So Rocky Hill picks up the tee. Ivan Watson will shoot the free throw.
It counts as a team foul.
I really didn't see what he did or said there, Kenny. I was looking the other direction.
Well, he was complaining because he thought a foul should have been called when, here it is right here, Dan. See, now he thinks the foul should have been called, not here, but Streets was on the floor right there. He thought the foul should have been called on Dwayne Johnson. No foul was called, and Rocky Hill gets the technical foul.
So Thornton loses possession, loses the 2 free throws. It'll be a 6-point play for Manuel. Remember that. 5-point lead for Peoria right now. Very patient. Manuel looking for a shot. Ty Streets all over Coleman out front.
He's all over Coleman, and that was almost 5 seconds. The Rams are in no hurry. Good defensive pressure, though, by Thornton.
They get a breakaway, though, and Coleman got behind Streets and laid it in.
When you get behind your defender, you should have a clear path to the basket, and that's exactly what happened with Willie Coleman. No weak side help for the Wildcats.
Coleman has a dozen. 3-on-1 again. See how they do this time. A good finish. The defender didn't step up to take the ball, and John-C. Jones gets his first basket of the night.
Good play. That's the way you should run that 3-on-1 break. And when you trap and double team in the backcourt, Dan, you take a chance.
Boy, Coleman had a step on Streets again.
He just couldn't handle the pass.
McClain in trouble. 5-second call. Out of bounds to Thornton, and Eli played the defense.
Eli played great defense. You have to make sure that you move towards the basket, have some forward progress. Eli, great defense. Nobody met the basketball. A good turnover forced by the Thornton Wildcats.
Caldwell and Simmons check back in for Peoria Manual. McLean and Coleman go out.
Coleman and McLean are out.
Well, do you dump it back down to Eli? He's guarded by Dwayne Johnson.
But Eli up in the high post now. They pick and roll up high, and he's got two more.
Nice screen, nice roll by Melvin Eli.
Melvin Eli's made 5 out of 6 in this game. He's in double figures, and it's a 3-point game. 15 seconds left. Caldwell got to get something started here. Watson. Nowhere to go. Caldwell off the bounce. Got a little penetration. Watson heaves it up from the corner. It's out of bounds. And that's the end of the quarter. So nothing doing on the Rams' final possession. 8 minutes to play for the state championship. And it's Peoria Manual 36, Harvey Thornton 33. Back with a fourth after these local messages.
Well, Dan, Peoria not in a hurry. They can run a little clock. They spread the floor. They have the lead. Nice pass, and you see Coleman gets behind Ty Streets. No weak side help. An easy layup there for Willie Coleman, and a beautiful pass.
One of the very few easy baskets in this game for either team. Well, we start the fourth quarter with Manuel up by 3, and now a steal. Coleman going up and in.
Nice body movement and body control by Coleman, using his body to shield off his defender.
Press pays off. They're putting the pressure on again. 3-on-2 this time for Thornton. Eli couldn't handle it. Now he does. They leave him wide open, and he scores again.
Well, that's 5 buckets, 10 points for Eli in the second half. He has a total of 12 points. Look at Eli all over McLean.
That's well short. Streets has his 11th rebound. Picked it up off the deck, and now he's flying. Streets to Johnson, and a foul.
Count it.
Count the basket, 42, James Johnson.
Well, the Wildcats have come out on fire in the fourth quarter. Boy, Ty Streets flies down the court. Watch the no-look pass. The hit on the arm. Count it. As the foul goes against Dwayne Johnson.
James Johnson has a chance for his 10th point and a chance to tie this game. 38-38. We're starting over with 7:08 to go. Willie Coleman.
Boy, listen to the Thornton fans.
McLean doesn't have a basket yet. Good look to Ivory.
Oh, he may not have a bucket, boy, but he had a big assist.
Manuel back in front. Here comes Eli. Back to Streets. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Daryl Ivory with the hand knocked the ball out of Ty Streets' hands. Boy, isn't there anyone left in Harvey? Look all the way up to the last row in the C section.
Take a moment to pause for station identification on the IHSA TV network. Eli got the ball on the baseline again. McLean fouled him as he went up to try and block the shot. And Melvin Eli steps up with a chance to retie this game in a couple of free throws.
Marcus Griffin is back in for Peoria Manual.
Free throws are not Melvin Eli's strong suit. 40% shooter from the line. Looked pretty good there, though. Denny's Slam Cam. Denny's where value hits a grand slam every day. Giving us the view from through the glass. Second one no good. Rebound. Streets is in.
Boy, great rebound by Ty Streets.
Thornton has taken the lead.
Nobody blocked him out. Ty Streets, such a great athlete, comes away with the easy layup.
Coleman in the paint. Scooped it in.
Showtime.
16 for Willie Coleman.
Watch out.
Eli
spins
in.
Travel. You gotta take that right to him, though, Dan. You're 2-on-1. Marcus Griffin has 4 fouls. Eli has to take that right to him, initiate the contact.
Well, if it occurs to you on a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 like that, you might not want to give it to your 6'8" sophomore on the wing.
Goaltend. You know what Thornton have to do? They have to learn. See, look at this. They just let Watson go in uncontested. They have to learn to communicate on defense. If I'm getting picked, you have to holler switch. You can't give him a free pass to the basket.
Dubois steps through the double team. He's on the move. Rises up and scores.
Basket by number 11, Carlton DeBose.
Well, these guys were saving their best for last.
You can feel the energy starting to build now in the Assembly Hall. 44-43. Manuel by a point with the ball. Coleman, almost a double dribble. That was a weird-looking move there. Coleman inside, hooked it in. Willie Coleman comes to play in the 4th quarter.
How did he get that baseline? Looked like he had nowhere to go.
Eli, the good pass this time, and Jones hit the back iron, no good. Griffin rebound. Manuel the man in front. Coleman pulls it out. That's a 3 in the air. Griffin tip.
What a tip.
First points of the night for the sophomore.
Timeout, Thornton.
Thornton takes time. 4:53 to go. 48-43. Manuel by 5. One of your network sponsors is Ford.
Marcus Griffin hasn't scored a bucket the entire game due to foul trouble, but watch his first 2 points. A beautiful tip. Nobody blocks him out, and he was not tentative. He has 4 fouls. He comes in with a clean tip. Now watch him celebrate after he gets the tip. Yeah, my first 2 of the game.
Feeling good about that one. Marcus Griffin has given his team a 5-point lead. And here comes Thornton back with Carlton DeBose. Ty Streets has been quiet offensively. Streets in the paint. Boy, DeBose walks in, missed the shot, got his own rebound. Stepped on the line. Wow.
You mentioned Ty Streets. He only had 5 points, 1 basket, 2 baskets, but he has 12 rebounds.
.4:15 left, a 5-point Manuel lead. On the floor is Coleman. He hooked it up no good, but he'll go to the free throw line as Eli picks up the foul.
Great play by Coleman, Dan. Just driving to the basket. Watch how he uses his body to shield off Eli. Just flips it over his head. That almost went in. Now Eli comes over to help out. Coleman shields Eli with his body, flips it up. If that goes in, that's 2 points.
For Manuel, 44, Willie Coleman is at the free throw line. 2 shots.
What a game for Coleman. 18 points and 4 steals.
Part of what's widely considered the best backcourt in Illinois high school basketball this season. Ivan Watson and Willie Coleman. Willie averages about 18 points a game. He's got 20 down. And Manuel has pushed this lead back to 7. Oh, wait a minute.
No free throw.
Wave that one off. Lane violation against Peoria. So So take that second free throw away. It's 49-43. Ball tapped away and stolen. Watson. Watson looking underneath. McClain up and in. The press doing big damage, and blocking foul. That was a travel.
Could have gone either way, but the press, as you say, Dan, causing all kinds of fits for the Thornton Wildcats. Here's McClain after the steal. Sergio McClain by himself goes in with authority. That gets this big crowd on his feet. Look at him laughing like, okay, I did it.
Kind of a sheepish smile, I think, from McClain. That was his first basket of the game.
It's amazing how these guys know where the camera is. They can locate the camera.
Ty Streets on a dead fly.
Look out.
Traveling. Johnson was undercut by Streets beneath the basket. That's a tough break for Thornton.
We have a couple of people down. McClain is down.
And
he's not getting up.
And Sergio McClain may be slightly wounded here.
Here's Ty Streets, goes in, splits the defenders, can't get it. The nice strong rebound by James Johnson, and look at McClain. He's hurt.
I don't know if he got kicked or if it's a groin muscle pull.
And there's the coach's wife and Sergio's mom.
Timeout, Peoria Manual.
She's slightly concerned as Sergio takes the slow walk back to the Peoria bench. We'll step aside. It's 51-43, and one of your network sponsors is Country Companies. For the championship game tonight, the DeKalb Scholar Athletes, brought to you by DeKalb Genetics and your local DeKalb dealer. From Thornton, Napoleon Harris with a grade point average of 3.65. And from Peoria Manual, Jeff Walraven with a perfect 4.0 grade average. The DeKalb Scholar Athlete Awards. Congratulations to those two men, and the fans getting cranked up for these final 4 minutes. Manual with the ball and an 8-point lead.
Thornton with some pressure trying to steal the basketball, and a little push being called against Carlton DeBose. And Joe has an injury report. Joe?
Sergio McClain is just shaken up, but he refuses to be taken out of the game. Coach McClain, meanwhile, stressing to the team, backdoor, work the clock. You get in trouble, call a TO, and we want to work the clock. That's his main emphasis here in the closing minutes of this championship game. Dan?
Coleman beat everybody. He's hung as he goes up. No basket, but the 1-and-1 upcoming for Willie Coleman.
Boy, is he quick. You can see why he is a Division I prospect. Coach McClain said it looks like he's going to the University of Miami. Boy, he just gets right through, but he was fouled before the shot. That's a good call. And that's 4 on Melvin Eli.
Stolen right back by Coleman. Man, what a great play.
And Thornton can ill afford turnovers like that.
Watson dropped it in.
See, those turnovers cause all kind of problems. Here they are again with the trap. You better call a timeout.
And they do. A double-figure lead now for Manual with 3:04 to play.
19 turnovers for Thornton.
The Rams enjoying their biggest lead of the night. 53-43. And let's check into Peoria's huddle.
And guard that middle. Because we want him to throw that ball back. Let's make him go side to side. Stay in the middle. Once we get down there, this time only, we're going to get a 21. 21. What? Melvin, you're picking up full court man. All right, let's go. Now. Get it down. Run the flex. Call a timeout after we score. Run the flex. Just look for your gap dribbles. Come look for your gap dribbles. Tell look for your gap dribbles. All right? When we score, call a timeout. All right? Now, we're picking up full court. We're going here.
Dan, since Thornton took that 41-40 lead, Manuel has gone on a 13-2 run.
And there's a guy who's been right in the middle of it, Willie Coleman. 19 points in the game. Manuel keeps the full court pressure on. Streets immediately double team. They throw it over the top to Eli. Good play, 3-on-2 now. And Johnson up and in.
That's the way you run the fast break. The ball never hit the floor, and they call it quick timeout.
Well, you heard the instructions in the huddle. Rocky Hill said score and call timeout. That's exactly what they did, and it took them all of 10 seconds to get it done.
So now you get a chance to set your defense. They ran this fast break very well as Ty Streets gets through the double team. As you see, the ball never hits the floor. That's the way you draw it up on the blackboard, as Johnson with the easy layup and then the quick timeout.
Chelsea, you deny. Carlton, you deny. Ty, you placed to the field of one of these guys. This double team one of these guys right here. Oh, you want me to double team? Yeah. Hey, coach, why don't you go from... No. We're going to 13. Now listen, you big guys come up and deny. Why don't you back at the ball, Melvin? Now look, it's got to be a slap foul. It's got to be a slap foul. Now look, send to the line. All right? Send to the line. Nice. Don't foul Coleman. Don't foul
Manuel back on the floor. Rocky Hill still working the huddle. They have to call them back to the court. With 2:54 to go, and his team trailing by 8.
Well, they need a good defensive stance here. They need a steal.
Well, there's nobody back on defense. Look out for the home run here. Well, they double stack and run right to the ball. Get it to Ivan Watson, which is always a good move, and he's fouled from behind by Ty Streets.
Streets trying to stop the clock. Good foul, good move. His third personal.
Ty Streets, his third. 1 bonus for Manuel.
What the Wildcats are hoping for is that Watson will miss this free throw. They can get the rebound and come back and score.
No miss that time. Ivan Watson has 16 points in the game. Lead back to double digits.
And look at Peoria pressuring the basketball. They won't quit.
Dubose off the dribble. Had it knocked away and stolen by Peoria. Willie Coleman with it. Tim Caldwell is fouled by Dubose.
They're going to make this the free throw shooting contest.
Foul number 11, Carlton Dubose. That's his second. 1 bonus for Manuel.
We're in the bonus now.
44, Eric Herring returns to the Thornton lineup, replacing DeBose.
Herring is back for Thornton. DuBose heads for the bench.
Number 32, Tim Caldwell.
2:33 left.
For the Rams.
Caldwell's first chance at the free throw line tonight. They slap it back out front, and Manuel gets it right back.
Right back to Manuel.
And a foul on Herring.
Well, this is what Thornton has to do, Dan. They have to stop that clock and hope that the Rams miss.
Willie Coleman shoots 1 and 1.
Coleman missed his last time up there. Not this time.
On a shot.
Wildcats need to get it on the board quick. Jones rises up. His shot is short. The rebound
on the baseline.
Out of bounds. Yep, and Manuel will have it. Boy, Johnson had the ball underneath of the layup and couldn't control it. And then Jones wound up on the end line.
And Sergio McClain takes another shot. Boy, he'll sleep well tonight. I tell you, he's taking a beating out there today. It looks like he's okay. Watch the shot that McClain takes.
Ow.
Ow.
Thornton will have it. The turnover by Manuel against the press. With 2:09 left. Wildcats still have some life, but they need some points, and they need them in a hurry. Street little crossover up and can't get the bank.
Just one fall for Ty Streets.
Eli foul, and he'll shoot two.
Boy, Melvin Eli really looked aggressive on that play, Dan. Watch, he'll pick up the loose ball. He's taking off. As soon as he gets this basketball, he's taking off, saying, hey, I'm going to dunk this one.
Two-shot foul, 33. Melvin Eli is at the line.
That's 3 fouls on McClain.
14 points in the game for Melvin Eli. I'll tell you what, he's a good-looking sophomore. You'll be hearing a lot from this kid
for a long
time. Years go by. He made them both.
Both teams are now on the bonus.
Under 2 minutes left. Manuel by 9. Watson up. He got it. Ivan Watson, a big fourth quarter.
You can't let Watson penetrate like that, Dan. Great penetration by Watson. Middle shot, just like layup.
Dubose jacks it up and in.
Basket by number 11, Carlton Dubose.
McClain had it blocked by Eli. Man, what a defensive play. And now Street's back the other way. And a foul on Watson.
I tell you one thing. Now, Watson may have fouled Streets on the defensive end. Boy, but the Rams always have their hand reaching in, slapping that basketball away. Here it is. Look at this block. A beautiful block by Eli. Just a sophomore. Now, here come the Rams back down court. Here's Thornton. Now, watch right there. The hand slap by Watson, but the Rams do a great job of always slapping at the basketball, always trying to get that steal.
One more free throw for Ty Streets. 58-50. 51. Thornton trying to get back into this one. And immediately a foul on Chauncey Jones.
Chauncey Jones has to stop
number 10,
the
Chauncey
clock.
Jones. That's his fourth. One and bonus situation for Manuel. Ivan Watson is at the line for the Rams. 1 and 1.
1 and 1 for Ivan Watson. He's made 4 straight tonight. 19 points in the game for the senior guard.
The Peoria bench, real quiet. They're not celebrating yet. They know a minute and 16 seconds is a lot of time. Now, the one thing the Rams can't do, and they shouldn't do, is foul. They do not want to stop the clock. There's no need for them to try to stop the clock.
And still make Thornton work against that press, and now it's knocked away by Coleman. Coleman trying to go to work on Streets. Rebounded by Manuel. They pitch it back out front, and they're ready to burn some time now.
Spread the floor, burn some time. Exactly 1 minute remaining.
And Caldwell fouled immediately.
Thornton foul 34. Ty Streets is fourth.
And it looks more and more, Dan, like we will have two-time champion in the Peoria Rams.
Manual would become the 8th team to do that, to win 2 state championships in a row. The last one, of course, was Proviso East. Free throw, good.
One shot.
Back to back. I'm sure next year they'll be chanting three-peat.
Well, they'll have a head start on it with those sophomores, Griffin and Sergio McLean. Free throw, not there. Eli on the bounce. High streets, wraparound dribble. Good look to Johnson, but his shot's blocked by McLean from behind. Bust out for Coleman. Manuel is going to win the state championship. 44 seconds left.
And you can hear the crowd, the Peoria crowd, hollering three-peat. They're not waiting until next season. They're hollering three-peat up in the Peoria section.
Timeout is called by Thornton. We'll keep it here. Rocky Hill going to his bench. Corey Harris has checked in. Maurice Scott has checked in. And now the American Dairy play of the game, brought to you by the Dairy Farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. Milk, help yourself. And help yourself to 2 more for Peoria Manual. Johnson didn't wait quite long enough. Had his shot blocked from behind by McLean.
And watch the hustle by McLean. He's falling out of bounds, throws it down to Coleman, who lays it up with the left hand, and good to extend this lead to 12 points for Peoria Manual.
So the Rams and their fans starting to gather behind the bench.
Here we see it again. I mean, McLean comes over to the weak side to help out with the block. Now watch, he's falling out of bounds. That's just great hustle by Sergio McLean. Down to Coleman, who has had an outstanding game. He struggled this morning in the semifinal, but you cannot say anything about his performance tonight.
Manuel about to take the trophy back to Peoria for the 2nd year in a row. 30. Walraven gets a rebound for himself. He looks long down the floor. Shot is up and in. How about that? Willie Williams off the bench for Manuel and in the book with 20 seconds left.
All the reserves are having a little bit of fun.
Walraven got a hand on it. Denard Eves in the lane. His shot is good. Where have these guys been all night? 5 seconds from a state championship. Manuel heaves it down to the other end. The ball is out of bounds with 1/10 of a second left. They're going to have to throw the ball in bounds. Thornton will have it. The player of the game, Willie Coleman, 22 points.
1/10 of a second still.
His teammate Ivan Watson also had a huge game tonight. And Peoria Manual has won the state championship again.
Peoria Manual wins its 2nd straight Class AA state championship. The final score, Manual 65 and Thornton 53. Stand by for the award ceremony coming up momentarily.
And Dick Van Sciak, what a feeling it must be for him. Won his first after 40-some-odd years of coaching in the high school basketball ranks in Illinois last year. Then retired, turned it over to Wayne McLean, and guess what? They're right back in there again. The party is on in Peoria. Manual is the Class AA state champion again.
Well, down here, as you can imagine, the euphoria of defending their state championship. One of the new young Turks, of course, the protege of Dick Van Sciak. Congratulations, Wayne. This has got to mean a ton for you. You paid your dues all those years, and your great staff here. You guys have really come up together on this.
Thank you. You know, we've had people telling us where we should be all year. We try to be real, keep everything in perspective. And, you know, we came to the gym every day, worked hard. Coach Westy's been with me. I haven't been feeling well all the time. He's been there every night with me. He's been a great part of this. He's a great man.
Well, I've heard Rusty's voice in the tunnel loudest usually because you didn't have one much left. You know, all the years that you've been here too with Coach Ban, he's up in the stands with his wife Karen and enjoying all this. How big of a thrill is it to see the tradition pass on from one to the other?
Well, we felt really good coming in the year. We knew we had really
really good talent. Of course, there was a lot of pressure on him because Coach Van retired. I want to say Coach McLean did an outstanding job keeping the team together. We felt that we moved to another level and played really well all year long.
Congratulations, guys. Enjoy the celebration. Peoria man goes to championship for all of us here from America's Original March Madness. Good night, everyone.
and number 34, Ty Streets. Let's do those coaches again for Thornton. Here they are, the head coach, Rocky Hill. Assistant coach, Troy Jackson. Assistant coach, Roger Torella. Statistician, Ed Broom. And statistician, Andre Herring. Those are the Wildcats of Thornton Township High School. And now let's meet the Rams of Peoria Manual, who finished the season in first place with a final record of 32 wins and 2 losses. First here is the principal of Manual High School, Mr. Sandy Farkash. Assistant principal, Ruthie Hamer. The head coach of the Rams, Wayne McLean. Assistant coach, Chuck Westendorf. Assistant coach, Tim Kinney. Assistant coach, Fred Lee. Scorekeeper, James Watson. Manager, Sydney South. And now at center court, let's meet the players. Number 12, Ivan Watson. Number 44, Willie Coleman. Number 54, Daryl Ivory. Number 40, Sergio McLean. Number 52, Marcus Griffin. Number 14, Jeff Walraven. Number 34, Willie Simmons. Number 42, Dwayne Johnson. Number 10, Khalil Gayton. Number 20, Sean Walls. Number 22, Charles Russell. Number 24, Willie Williams. Number 32, Tim Caldwell. And number 30, Frankie Williams. Those are the Rams of Peoria Manual High School. And now for the trophy presentation, will Coach Rocky Hill and the captains of Thornton Township High School please step forward to receive the second place trophy. And there it is, the trophy presentation to Thornton Township High School, this year's second place finisher in Class AA. Congratulations to the Wildcats. And now will Coach Wayne McLean and the captains of Manual High School of Peoria please step forward to receive the state championship trophy. And there it is, congratulations to the Rams of Peoria Manual, this year's state champions. This announcement for Manual fans. a welcome home celebration tomorrow. The team will be arriving at Eckwood Park at around 2 o'clock tomorrow. A homecoming parade will form at Eckwood Park and arrive at Manual High School at 3:15 for the ceremony. Once again, if you're a Manual fan, you want to participate in the homecoming celebration, you can do so by, the team will arrive at Eckwood Park at 2, and a homecoming parade will form at Eckwood Park and arrive at Manual High School at 3:15.